Multicultural mental health is often silenced, unnoticed, or simply misunderstood. When I was 12, I tried to die by suicide. It wasn't because I wanted to end my life, but because I felt that no one could understand and no one could help. I come from a refugee and migrant family who didn't believe that mental health was real. When my parents were 12, my mum escaped the Vietnam War and my dad was forced to migrate from Malaysia. Their childhoods were filled with tangible challenges, including starvation, poverty, isolation, homelessness. When they were really struggling, they were taught to hide their challenges, to put their heads down and struggle in silence. And here I was, their child, with a roof over my head, food on my plate, and an education that they didn't think was possible. I was taught to be grateful, to be aware of my privilege. When I was really struggling, I felt unable to talk about my problems because my family struggles had been so much worse. After my first suicide attempt, I entered the mental health system. It was then that I was diagnosed with depression, anxiety, eating disorders, complex PTSD, ADHD, and autism. Each of these diagnoses took so many years. I was consistently misdiagnosed and mistreated due to a lack of understanding about how culture can affect mental health. Mental health services only allowed a Western understanding of well-being. Mental health professionals didn't look like me or understood where I came from. My culture was either ignored, stereotyped, or unfairly blamed for my mental health challenges. After struggling for so long, I started working in mental health advocacy, and it was then that I realized that my experiences were far from uncommon. I've met many multicultural people who share similarly complex lived experiences, trying to seek support in mental health systems that are culturally unresponsive and culturally unsafe. My journey as an advocate started with storytelling. I've since been privileged to work across the mental health sector as a board director, policy advisor, peer worker, keynote speaker, and more. But no matter where I looked, one thing was consistently missing: a genuine understanding of multicultural mental health. In response, this year I founded Multicultural Minds, a storytelling platform dedicated to raising awareness of multicultural mental health. I created a safe space where we as multicultural people can each speak for ourselves, share our stories, and drive tangible change. We started off as a very small podcast, but now we are co-writing a book. Our book currently includes the stories of over 300 multicultural people from over 150 different cultures. Each story is so complex and so unique. Some have been shared in writing, some in audio, and some with art. There is Phoebe, a young Singaporean girl who struggled with eating disorders as a child, but now works as a mental health clinician who is changing things for kids just like her. There is Ollie, an Australian Aboriginal man who has reclaimed his connection to country and believes that decolonizing mental health policies is the key to creating change. And then there is Budi, an Indonesian, non-binary, gay and Muslim person who speaks and celebrates the importance of intersectional mental health. Our book will be released early next year and will be shared widely with multicultural communities, mental health organizations, decision makers, and so much more. One young world. We have an invaluable opportunity to raise awareness of multicultural mental health. I invite you to share your story with us. No matter who you are or where you come from, your story can change things for the better. Help us make mental health a priority for everyone. Thank you.